What's going on, guys? My name is Mark and welcome back to the channel. This is Entrepreneurial Finance. Today we're going to be jumping into a personal finance topic. I recently read this book called 100 Things That Millionaires Do. Very insightful. A lot of the things you might have heard of before, I certainly have, and I'm sure you have as well. What we're going to do is we're going to go through every one. I'm kind of going to give one sentence, one example, because there's quite a bit of them in here. This is going to kind of be a bit of a rapid fire video, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, so the first lesson is to absolutely destroy that like button. Just kidding. First one actually is, why do you want to be wealthy? Okay, so you kind of want to figure out why you're doing this, why you're trying to be an entrepreneur, why you're trying to get that high-paying job, why you want to be wealthy. Make sure you know the answer to that question. Second lesson is, what does wealth mean to you? So that could mean a lot of money for most people. That could mean, a ton of loving and caring friendships. That could be, a wife, a loving partner, something along those lines. So make sure you know what wealth means to you. Third lesson is to learn, how wealthy do you want to be? Okay, make sure you set goals. Do you want $1 million? Do you want $500,000? Do you want multiple properties? How much wealth do you want? Make sure you know the answer to that question as well. Fourth lesson is to make sure that you know that you deserve this. You've worked all your life for this, or you're going to be working all your life to build wealth. Just make sure you reinforce that you do actually deserve the wealth that you receive. Fifth lesson, kind of already outlined in the third lesson, but make sure you have clear goals and plans. You want to make sure your goals are realistic. You have a specific time frame for when you want to achieve those goals, whether it's weekly, monthly, daily, yearly. Make sure you set those and do your best to achieve them, and make sure you look back and highlight the ones that you did achieve and the ones that you didn't. Sixth lesson is, if it's too good to be true. Now, there's a lot of get-rich-quick schemes on the internet, this not being one of them. This is just a bunch of lessons that I'm reinforcing to you that you probably need to learn if you want to be a millionaire. So if it's too good to be true, chances are it is. Seventh lesson is that wealth does not ensure happiness. I'm sure a lot of you people have heard, money isn't everything, although money does buy you jet skis, a nice house.
Just kidding.
Eighth lesson is that, what are you waiting for? Don't get stuck in paralysis analysis. Go ahead and chase your dreams. Ninth lesson is to track spending against a forecast. Self-explanatory. Make a budget, guys. Make sure you hit it. It'll help you see what you're overspending on, what you're underspending on. 10th lesson is that most millionaires start from nothing. If you're somebody in this situation, you come from a low-income family, you come from a low-income neighborhood, just know that most people that are extremely wealthy did begin from nothing, and that's what drives their determination to become a somebody. The 11th lesson kind of feeds off the 10th lesson, and that is, determination is your financial superpower, okay? So you come from a low-income family, or you start from nothing, you have $0 in your bank account. The Rock once said he had $7 in his bank account. Determination is your financial superpower, and it will get you to where you want to go, or at least help you. 12th lesson is that friends can make or break you. You obviously know that toxic people that are bringing you down in life, you need to cut ties with them, and you need to move on. Surrounding yourself with the right people is a major key to success. 13th lesson is to stop leaking money. This should be self-explanatory too if you have a budget. How many subscriptions are you paying for? Are you paying for Netflix? Are you paying for Amazon? Are you paying for Hulu? Don't leak money for something that you don't use. 14th lesson is to save money before spending. A kind of good rule of thumb is that you can't buy something twice, you can't afford it. 15th lesson is to be ready for a lonely journey. Now, a lot of people don't per se believe in financial literacy and, saving their money, tracking their money against a budget. So just be ready for that. You're going to lose friends, people that want to go out drinking every Friday night, people that want to go out partying every weekend. Those people will likely get cut out of your life. So make sure, again, you surround yourself with the right people. 16th lesson is to master the art of selling. Now, this kind of feeds into something a little bit different for me, but Warren Buffett actually has a quote that if you can improve your communication skills, that you actually improve your worth by 50% without even worrying about anything technical. 17th lesson is to form your own view of debt. A lot of personal finance folk, let's say David Ramsey, advocate to never go into debt, to never, use your credit cards, and just make sure you form your own view of debt. There's such thing as good and bad debt. 18, be a remarkable employee. If you are not an entrepreneur, but you are an aspiring entrepreneur, the chances are you're likely at a 9-to-5 job right now. In order to be a successful entrepreneur, or in order to be successful in life and ultimately become a millionaire, you're going to need to be a remarkable employee. So keep those good habits, bring those good habits from your job into your personal life. 19th lesson, be careful with cash. I don't think I need to go too much into this one. Don't spend your money on get-rich-quick schemes, avoid lifestyle creep, etc., etc. 20th lesson is to roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, okay? So no millionaire made it without getting their hands dirty. You need to learn the ins and outs of the business, or the ways that you're going to be making money, and don't expect to just post a couple of advertisements online and expect that you're going to get rich. 21st lesson is that facts are friendly. I'm personally personally a financial analyst, and I do believe, in data and making sure that facts support all your decisions. 22, be yourself, okay? Nobody became rich without being themselves. Well, maybe a couple people. You ultimately ended up hating yourself in the end. If you want to be happy, make sure you are being yourself. Okay, number 23, your reputation is everything. A lot of the times when you start out in business or you start out at a firm, you're going to be making, that low-level analyst dollars or the low-level administrative dollars. If you can build your reputation up around the company, you're more likely to succeed and move up in that company. Okay, number 24 is to leverage wisely. Okay, so like we had just discussed, form your own view of debt. There is such good things as good and bad debt. Make sure that when you are leveraging, you're doing it with good debt. Number 25 is no white flags. Okay, you'd be amazed at how many people are ready to throw in the towel right before they make it big, okay? So make sure you don't quit on your dreams, you keep going, and you never give up. Number 26 is to not get sentimental. How many of you sold off because of the coronavirus? Number 27 is give and you shall receive. All the knowledge that you learn throughout your journey, make sure you share that with others, and the more friends and the more connections you make, the more successful you're likely to be, because those people will have your back in the end or at some point in time. Number 28, compound interest is magic. If you're watching this video, you likely already know what compound interest is. It's just the fact that your money continues to compound as you leave it invested over time. Number 29, predictable income gives you peace of mind. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you likely do have some peace of mind. If it is, a job maybe where you have a union backing you, or you have consistent paychecks coming in, it will give you peace of mind. Number 30, pay off unproductive debts. This might be something along the lines of a student loan. Number 31, don't gamble. There's no such thing as a sure thing. Everything comes with risk. Make sure you're not gambling. Number 32, don't borrow from anybody close. You will end up regretting this decision, especially if you're borrowing from family, you're borrowing from a friend. That could ruin your relationship with those people. Number 33, take some risks. Mark Zuckerberg is on the record famously saying the largest risk that you can take is not to take any risks. Number 34, watch out for currency swings. If you have investments abroad, you have any cash abroad, make sure you're paying attention to Forex, foreign exchanges. Number 35, keep ownership. Okay, so if you have the option to get a lump sum of money, or if you have the option to take shares within a company, depending on the company, always take ownership, never give it up. Beyonce is famous for being offered a lump sum to perform at some Uber event, and instead of taking a lump sum, she asked for the company's stock, and guess what? She's a billionaire. Number 36, don't count your chickens. Okay, so what this means is don't spend money, don't invest money, which is not guaranteed, okay? 37, build bridges. This is, I guess, self-explanatory. You want to build as much connections as possible in the business world, or if you're not in the business world, probably likely want to build those bridges anyways, because you never know what opportunity will come from a specific individual. Number 38 is to invest in bricks and mortar, okay? Credit Suisse did a research not too long ago, and they found that 99.5% of the population are not millionaires, and that 0.5% of the population that are millionaires, the majority of them got their wealth through the appreciation of property. Number 39, easy come, easy go. This is self-explanatory, but just because, let's say, since we're on YouTube, you had one successful YouTube video, doesn't mean your next one's going to be successful. Same thing applies to everything else. Number 40, show gratitude. This will obviously help you build relationships. Make sure you always show gratitude. 41, clean up your past, okay? So if you have something that's hindering you because of an event or a person in your past, make sure you deal with that and you come to terms with that immediately, as you will not be able to move on accordingly if you don't. Number 42, make failure your best friend. There's a famous quote out there saying that you need to learn how to lose before you can win, and that's 100% true. You talk to most successful entrepreneurs in the world, they had maybe 8 failed businesses, 20 failed businesses before they had one successful one. So make failure your best friend. Number 43, create your own luck. Some people believe in luck, some people don't. If you want to be a millionaire, don't believe in it. Number 44, keep a close eye on your balance sheet. If you're running a business, you're going to want to make sure that your assets are income generating. You're going to want to make sure you're not incurring too much debt as the years goes on, so always make sure to watch your balance sheet. Number 45, keep your integrity intact. This plays off of the other lesson that talks about your reputation is everything. Without integrity, you are nothing and you are not a trustworthy person. Number 46, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? A lot of people might fall into the trap of getting with the times. Well, if you have something that's working for you, don't fix it. Let it continue to generate income. Number 47, secondhand cars are a wise investment. Buying a brand new car off the lot depreciates 25% as soon as you drive it off the lot. Number 48, stand tall and smile, okay? So first impressions are everything. Body language is important. Make sure you read other people's body language and that you are emitting a positive body language. Number 49, avoid being locked in, okay? So illiquid investments, be wary of them. Make sure you read the fine print on them. That's all I'm gonna say. Number 50, passive income is freedom. Absolutely. If you can live off passive income, you don't have to work for the rest of your life. Passive income is key to achieving financial freedom. Number 1, be a passionate expert. If you look at some of the most successful people in the world, they like to say that they never worked a day in their lives because they're simply doing something that they enjoy doing or they're passionate about. Number 52, turn your back on the herd. This applies specifically to the stock market. If everybody's investing in gold, maybe you should be investing in silver, okay? Don't follow what everybody else is doing, form your own opinion. Number 53, excellent advice comes at a price, okay? You need legal advice, you need financial advice. There's such things as high net worth financial advisors. This advice will come at a price, and just make sure you understand that, but usually the advice is worthy of the price you're paying. Number 54, there is a time and place. So the book outlines 6 stages of life, and they usually come at a different level of incomes. Just make sure that you maximize your net worth at each stage. Number 55, short-term pain for long-term gain. Where else would I say this other than a personal finance video? Save your money, delayed gratification, key. Number 56, be educated, not entertained. If you made it this far in the video, you are doing just that. Number 57, do not be swayed by doom and gloom. Did you sell off because of the coronavirus? Number 58, invest in things you enjoy, okay? If you're a techie person, you're a construction person, whatever type of person you are, if you enjoy certain aspects of life, invest in those type of companies, you will enjoy investing a lot more. As well as following those industries, you're likely more passionate about them too and know what you're talking about. Number 59, work smart, don't work hard, okay? If you can't figure out a way to make income while you sleep, you will never be rich. Number 60, are you listening, okay? Listening skills are just important as communication skills. 61, no cheating on your taxes. Now, there's plenty of legal ways for tax avoidance and you will pay a price for this type of advice, but don't cheat your taxes. Everybody else pays their taxes. Be a good person. Number 62, know when to quit your day job, okay? When your side hustle income is eclipsing your full-time income, maybe you should be quitting your job, following your dreams. Number 63, watch out for lifestyle creep, okay? So for those people who love going out drinking, going out partying, going out clubbing every Friday night, you're poor. Number 64, understand numbers, okay? Understand finance, understand cash flow statements, understand balance sheets, understand income statements, know how to make a budget. Number 65, build up your optimism, okay? Chances are if you're an entrepreneur, you're one of the most optimistic people that you will ever meet on this planet. Number 66, seek value. And I don't necessarily mean through value investing. Seek value in everything you do. Spend your time wisely. Number 67, start your own business. There are tons of tax benefits by doing this, and you also likely get to follow your passion if you do so. Number 68, embrace technology. Talk about online advertising, social media advertising, online products that can make you income while you sleep. Embrace technology. Number 69, expect black swan events. Financial crisis, tech bubble of 2001. Did you sell off because of the coronavirus? Number 70, employ others to achieve your dreams. So most people work a 40-hour work week. That's one person. How many people do you need to work 400 hours in a week? 10 times the productivity. Number 71, trust your instincts. Did you sell off because of the coronavirus? Number 72, the past does not predict the future, okay? So what you saw happen in the early 2000s, what you saw happen in the early 2010s, doesn't necessarily mean that's gonna happen again in the future in 2020 and beyond. Number 73, know the trade-offs. Look up what opportunity cost is right now. Number 74, seek the help of mentors, okay? This is something that I was told early on in my career as an analyst. Mentors can help guide you, set you on the right path, as well as give you valuable advice for free. Number 75, timing is everything. I listen to podcasts. For those of you who don't know who Pardon My Take is, they talked about with Mark Cuban last week about how if they had not started their podcast 5 years ago, they would be nowhere near where they are today because of all the competition. Timing is everything. Number 76, live a healthy lifestyle. I've had so many people tell me that are wealthy that just being able to get 8 hours a day, 8 hours of sleep, exercise, 3 to 5 times a week, eat healthy food, has boosted their productivity like tenfold. Number 77, it's not the end of the world. Did you sell off because of the coronavirus? Number 78, read the terms and conditions. This might sound absolutely awful, but a lot of the time you can find some fine print in there that will help you out with whatever you're trying to do. Number 79, put your eggs in one basket. This might seem counterintuitive, but some great advice that I got was, if you're starting out as an entrepreneur, don't follow all these get-rich-quick schemes and be doing 20 things at once. Focus on one aspect, focus on one business until you make money. Number 80, cut your losses. Did you sell off because of the coronavirus? Okay, don't waste your time on things that aren't profitable. Don't waste your time on things that will never be profitable. Number 81, invest sustainably. Okay, 3 words: environmental and social governance. Look it up. Number 82, it's never too late to start. Okay, a couple of examples of some famous entrepreneurs. Ray Kroc didn't start McDonald's until he was 50. I'll throw some others up on the screen here, but never too late to start. Number 83, be ready for rainstorms. Okay, this kind of ties into the Black Swans events and expecting them. Not every day the sun's going to be out there shining and everything's going to be going your way. You're going to face some battles, you're going to face some obstacles. Expect that. Number 84, understand it or get out. This is something that Warren Buffett made famous. If you're investing in something you don't understand, don't do that. Number 85, don't be a hare. Hare. Basically what I mean by that is don't blindly follow other people's advice. Form your own opinion. Number 86, explore safe havens carefully for those of you looking into tax avoidance. Number 87, reignite your childlike curiosity. Similar to a previous lesson, make sure you're passionate about whatever dream you're following or else you will lose that spark. Number 88, grow your wealth in a VUCA world. VUCA. Volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguity. I'm just not going to say it. Up on the screen. What I mean by this is rely less on your own trading skills in the market. Look at ETFs. Look at maybe mutual funds. Look at securities that are packaged together and sold to you as a different financial product. Number 89, be an expert negotiator. I've seen this one so many times. If you can't negotiate your salary, you will never be rich. Number 90, focus on your EQ and not your IQ. Famous study done, maybe not so famous, but those who have a higher EQ is actually a greater performance indicator than a higher IQ. Number 91, keep your paperwork in order. You never know when those receipts from last spring are going to come in handy when the tax man comes around. Number 92, be stealthy with your wealth. How many millionaires do you see driving fancy cars? Well, maybe a lot of them. How many millionaires before they were millionaires did you see driving fancy cars? None. Number 93, take accountability for your losses. Don't blame others for your losses. You ultimately made the decision to invest with certain people. You ultimately made the decision to do something with your wealth. If it did not end up panning out, that's your fault. That's nobody else's fault. Number 94, have an annual wealth check, okay? If you have a financial advisor, make sure you're seeing them at least once a year. Number 95, pass on your financial tips. That kind of is the same as one of the earlier lessons. Pass along your knowledge. Those people will come to help you at some point in time. You never know how or when. Number 96, no need to sprint. It is a marathon, okay? Life is a marathon, and like I said, there's many late entrepreneurs that are extremely successful, and actually you're much more successful if you start a business once you're 40 years old onward than if you are 20. Number 97, sleep peacefully at night. Get rid of all that stress, okay? Get those 8 hours of sleep. Your productivity will boost like crazy. Number 98, plan for the end. Yeah, I mean, plan for retirement. That's self-explanatory. You should know that by now if you're at the end of this video. Number 99, be ready to live beyond 100. Somebody had forecasted that by 2070, 1 in 20,000 people will live past 120. That's absolutely crazy to think about, but just make sure, I guess, you plan to live past 100. Okay, and the final lesson is, was it all worth it? Okay, now you're wealthy, now you're rich. Do you regret anything? Make sure you don't. Leave it all in the past. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions on any of the specific lessons, hit me up in the comments. You can follow me on my social media at Turnsy on Instagram, at MoneyMaestro3 on Twitter. I have a Facebook page at Entrepreneurial Finance. Okay, if you guys did enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video with a friend, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.